Telekinesis, the ability to move things using the mind, used to be the stuff of science fiction fantasy. Not anymore. Scientists in the US have developed a microchip which is implanted in the brain to operate computers and robots. Now, it could transform the lives of people who are paralysed or have lost limbs. And scientists are now ready to start testing on humans.
With astonishing dexterity, a monkey reaches out to grab and turn a handle with a robotic arm controlled not by its hands, but directly by its brain. With the power of thought, it can alter the speed and direction of the arm, twisting the joints to home in on its target. It shows no signs of distress from the wires leading from electrodes in its brain to a computer. The reward for each turn of the handle, a drink of water. The mind control works through a device implanted directly into the motor cortex, the part of the brain that governs voluntary movement. Electrodes pick up pulses within the millions of neurons and send them to a computer, which deciphers the pattern and strength of the signals to move the robotic arm. At first, monkeys moved pincers to retrieve a marshmallow and feed themselves, a feat in itself. But the three-dimensional movement of a wrist is far more complex.
You can see that the wrist and the arm itself orients very nicely to this doorknob so that we can twist it.
I'm going to open the first email, which says congrats.
At Brown University in New England, scientists have just started the first clinical trials of a similar device. BrainGate allows tetraplegic patients to control a computer cursor by thinking about moving their paralyzed hand.
Next, I'm going to turn on my television.
If the trials are successful, millions could benefit. Patients who've had a stroke, a degenerative disease, or a spinal cord injury.
We could have a person who is paralyzed with a spinal cord injury be able to, with arm support, reach out, grab a glass of water, bring that glass to their mouth and take a drink on their own power just by thinking. That would be a huge breakthrough. So this is
in future, it may be possible to use the device to reconnect the brain to the muscles so patients regain control of their own paralyzed limbs. It's a long way from the mind control of monkeys to the man-machine hybrid. But the more scientists learn about the brain, the greater the freedom they can give paralyzed patients. The cyborg of science fiction may one day be reality.